It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. And it comes your way next.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And bringing them out, an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of them. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Fields out of the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, he can hit the showers. It's already an excellent game for him, and we're just 3 snaps into this sucker. 2 sacks, and he's instantly become one of the biggest storylines to start this game.
Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 29. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Now run with Warren. Juke the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action with Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying the left side with Warren. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. Austin's there to haul it in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. It's taken in by Washington. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st down from the red zone. This finds Austin complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Warren. And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Warren is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Play action, Fields. He fires one deep down the middle, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Warren here from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the shotgun, Rodgers escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Warren running between the tackles. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
On second down, Warren gets it again. We'll have him gain about a handful there. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. First carry for the versatile vet Cordero Patterson. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll run now with Warren. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Steelers with a chance to boost their lead. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Rodgers set to pass. The throw is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Warren. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Jets offense now set to take over. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got a man left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finding Reynolds. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. He's on the move. He's on the move. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Offense up to the line fast. From the 40 on 2nd down. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
You know, that's one of those situations you want to get your back in space. Well, you accomplish that. Unfortunately, you don't make anything happen because you don't bring the ball in cleanly.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Lobbing this into the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. We saw a solid first half out of running back Jaylen Warren. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the 3rd quarter. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Catch made by Austin. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. He finds Woods. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll go again with Warren. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. The give to Patterson out of the shotgun. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. That gets him 8, brings up 4th and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it'll be Jets football. The Jets out to begin another drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. This is reeled in by Wilson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, it's Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. Still finding room past the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
A give left side for Hall. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Fields looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And they pick it up, still got a chance at a touchdown. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Fields to throw it. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. Shakes himself free. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
I get it in baseball. That 27th out, it's just different than the other 26. And these 100 yards and these inches right near the goal line, well, they're the toughest to get. And this defense, give them some credit, man. Put a gold star by that effort to hold them inches away on the previous down and then to get the sack. Game-changing kind of plays.
Desperation time here on 4th. And the defender comes away with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On second down, Warren. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Rodgers here from the gun. Finds Woods. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Steelers first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun handoff for Patterson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now a give to Johnson, coming right. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Targeting the sideline, and Freiermuth has it. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Warren running between the tackles. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Steelers nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. On second down, Warren gets it again. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Warren once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Going for it with Warren. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Motioning one of the tight ends. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Lining up to take a knee on second down. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from New York.